Hi, this is Gary with MacMost Now. On today's episode, let's look at organizing your photos in iPhoto 09. Been getting a lot of questions recently about how to organize your photos in iPhoto. So you have tons of options, so it can be a little confusing. Let's take a look at some good ways to do it. So here in iPhoto, you've got several ways to view your photos in your collection. You've got under Library, Events, Photos, Faces, and Places. And then under Albums, you've got your albums and smart albums that you've created. Now, looking at Events, first, you have all of your photos in your collection, each one listed exactly once. Now, Faces and Places are two very different things. See episodes 212 and 215 for more details on those. But they're basically ways of tagging your photos with the people that are in them and the place where they're located and viewing them by those. So organizing by events and photos is basically limited to the time you took the photo. You just want to group photos together. Say if you took a bunch of photos at a single event, obviously that makes an event. If you took a photo here and there throughout a week or a month, you may want to group them together in an event like, say, May 2010. Now, the best way to think about albums, to think of them not as containing your photos, containing links to the photos. So you could actually have the same photo in more than one album. So here's an album that's got this picture of some mountains, and if I go to this album, I have the same picture there. The picture isn't in iPhoto twice. It's only in there once, and you could think of it as being here in Events. But I've created two albums, and both of them link to that same photo. So you create albums and smart albums by pressing the plus button at the bottom left corner. And here you can just create a regular album with any name and then drag photos into it, or use the selected photos. So you can select a bunch of photos first and then create an album. Smart albums are kind of like searches, except when you do a search, you just get the results once. Smart album, you can go back to it and see the results and see them updated all the time. So now, if you want to organize your photos, you can create a ton of albums. You can create hundreds of them for different categories and different things and populate them with photos you want. But I think there's an easier way to do it, and that's using keywords. So when you're viewing your photos, either in Events, Photos, or in an album, you can see the title and add keywords underneath as you roll over it. If you don't see these, you can go to View and make sure that both titles and keywords are selected. Now you can add keywords by just clicking there and typing. And then you can do that for any of the different albums. So for instance, animals here and animals there. And we can continue to add more than one tag. So for instance, this could also be tagged landscape. You can continue to add keywords to photos and go back and add more. And once you've done this, you can do searches on those keywords. So for instance, you want to find all your photos with animals in them. Just type that, and I can see I've got these two photos here because I've tagged them both as animals. So the ultimate way to organize your photos in iPhoto is first, of course, arrange them by event. And if there's no specific event that a photo fits in, maybe use groups like, say, for every month. Then use Faces to tag the photos with who's in the photo, and use Places to label where the photo was taken. Next, use tags to represent other things about the photo. Like for instance, if there's other objects in the photo that aren't people, maybe they're animals, maybe there's a concept like landscape versus indoor, or artistic versus just a fun party shot. You can create all sorts of tags, whatever you think is best to organize your photos. And once you have them all tagged, now you can actually search on these tags. You can also search on the people and the place the photo was taken, and even the date range. So you can on the fly create these quick albums just by doing searches. Hope you found this useful. Till next time, this is Gary Rosenzweig with MacMost Now.